Hi, my name is Ben Rowe, and I've been a part of AUMC for several years and a part of the church forever, it seems like. We're both preachers' kids, and I'll let Maggie introduce herself.
I'm Chaplain Maggie Rowe, and I'm an ordained United Methodist pastor. I've recently retired as a chaplain, and I've worked in several different settings, but my passion really is hospice work.
We were asked to talk about how important giving is to us. And in my case, I was long years ago, I was a pastor of a small church in Nebraska. And a young adult came to me and said, "I'm gay and I would like some help." And so I rapidly began to do some study and some figuring out how I might be able to help this young man, and found some resources, and that began my next 45 years of advocacy for acceptance and understanding of LGBTQIA, lesbian, gay, bi, trans, queer, intersex, and asexual people, and sexuality in general. For me, giving is participation in the church. That's one of the ways that I participate, is through giving and pledging. Because giving is a part of the mission and ministry of the church. It's where my hands can go when I can't go. When someone has skills I don't have, can also minister to other people. Maggie?
The local church has always been really important to me as well. As growing up as a preacher's kid, I really had a very positive experience. Not everybody does, but I certainly did. And I felt like I was really loved pretty unconditionally, not only by my mom and my dad, but also members of the local church. I was a new kid on the block, as it were. I was only a month old when I arrived at my first local church that I recall. And I remember vividly being passed from one church member to another during church services as I was listening to my dad's preach. And I've just always expected to be loved unconditionally by the church members, and I have a pretty high expectation that other people ought to feel that way about other folks.
So why is giving important to you?
So, thank you, Ben. Giving is important to me because I think it's a way of giving back to not only our local church, but also the community, as well as the country, as well as the world, that God's love and grace needs to be extended to everyone.
One of the reasons that giving and pledging is important to me is that it's a response to the command of Jesus to love God with all that you have and love your neighbor as yourself. And we are in ministry with each other that way as a part of a community. And I hope that AUMC, Arvada United Methodist Church, can continue to be, for the next 150 years, a beacon on the hill for inclusion, for service, a place of spiritual growth and growing in depth, a place where the Bible is taken seriously but not literally, and where a progressive theology is proclaimed.
And I think it's important that the next 150 years for AUMC continues and grows and deepens in its sense of inclusion, regardless of what that means in terms of one's orientation or one's love, also in terms of people that are of different races, different racial backgrounds, different languages, different cultures. I believe that we are called to be welcoming to all.
And we'd like to invite you to consider giving and pledging to AUMC. By pledging, you help the church to plan better and know how to allocate our resources.
And in addition to financial giving, we think it's really important and would invite you, to the extent that you can, to give of your time and your energy as well. both of us have been very active in the local church, and certainly been active, although we've only been here for, gosh, I guess it's been about 5 years or so. But in addition to financial giving, I think giving of oneself and one's time and one's gifts is important as well. So we invite you to be a part of that.
Thank you. God bless you and stay safe.